How long you been a doula? Girl, I don't need you looking at my hoo-ha from a Zoom. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aurelia Michael Holmgren, businesswoman, bodybuilding babe, Broadway chick, and now baby mama. Oh, and I'm from the Bronx. Did I say that? This page is about more than just babies, though we love them. It's about becoming and also not forgetting who you've been along this journey. And today we are talking all things doulas. And let me tell you something, honey. I did not know how important, and I'm a voiceover artist. I don't like to over articulate, but I need you to understand me. I need you to lean in. How important a doula can be. I knew the name. I got kind of confused. What's a doula? What's a midwife? I got confused on all these things. But once I started doing my research and once I met my doula, there is no turning back. So currently I am in my second trimester and I'm a Virgo. So any of my Virgos out there, we plan down. So I already started working on who do I need in my team? Who do I need in my corner? Who do I need in that hospital room? And so I started researching doulas and I created a list of questions that I think anyone should ask a doula that they're interested in having, because there are a lot of different doulas. They're full spectrum. There's some that only do prenatal, some only do postpartum, some of them do placenta encapsulations. Some people are more science based, some are more spiritual based. So you want to find somebody that works well for you. So I'm going to drop these 10 questions here. If you have questions, if you've had a doula, you have questions that you're like, you should also ask this. Drop it in the comments. This is a community. We want to support each other. If you've asked these questions and you got answers you didn't like, drop it in the comments. Tell us about it. And if you have doulas that you recommend, this is community. Sharing is caring. You know where to drop it. Question number 1. How long you been a doula? Now, we're not asking this to be shady or to pull out their resume, but we just want to get an idea of how long they've been in the business. Because that doesn't necessarily mean if I've been doing it for 30 years, I still hold the same passion as somebody who's been doing it for 3. But you want to get an idea of how long have they been doing this? How did they come about it? Are they nationally certified? Because for certain insurances, I have Kaiser, you have to have someone that is certified in order to do it. So there are people that are not, so you'll be paying fully out of pocket. But if that's important to you, or if you're like, I need to use my insurance, you want to know how long have they been doing this? Do they have any certifications? And later on, we'll talk about insurance. Don't worry, we're going to get to that. About how many babies have you delivered? Once again, not to be shady, but we want to know. They may not have the exact number, but it could be 3, it could be 300. So I more so look for the energy behind the person as they're saying it. So my person, Sharon, was like, oh, at this point, I think it's about, and just how she lit up, thinking about all these babies coming into the world, it was already a green flag for me. It was a check, hands down. What is your favorite part about being a doula right now? Because with any career, you may start in one area and think this is my specialty, but you may find that you love something else. So for my doula, she thought she loved something initially, but her real passion is also in helping sleep train, because she was able to sleep train her child on her own. And so now she's excited to help moms postpartum with that. Even though she doesn't do the full postpartum doula work, she wants to help specifically with that. Where do you live? Because let me tell y'all, people had that they were in LA and they were in Georgia. They were in North Carolina. And they were like, well, we could do it virtually. Girl, I don't need you looking at my hoo-ha from a Zoom. I need you to be in the place, in the space. I need you to be in the place and in the space. So ask those questions. Where do you currently live? How far is that from the hospital? How soon can you get to the hospital? That should be in their paperwork. What is the amount of time that they may need max to get to you during labor? Important question. When can we get started? So if you like them, when can we begin? Some people like to start right at the beginning. Some people like to wait closer to second and third trimester. You want to see what their books are looking like. So normally, if they can't take you, you'll already know ahead of time. But if they say they can, then you need to find out, how many people are you going to have in December? How many people do you plan to have the month before, based on your due date? Because she even let me know, okay, your due date's December 6th, but I'm going on vacation December 13th. If you're okay with that, I have a doula that I also partner with who you will meet and X, Y, and Z. I was okay with that because for me, it's really the education ahead of time. And if y'all work together, then I believe y'all will be on one page. And then when we all get together, we'll be on one accord. But you may say no. I need you to be there. I need to make sure you're in town the month after. So you want to make sure that they're not putting too many people on their list so that they can prioritize you. Also ask them, what is your communication style? Can I text you every day? Can I call you? Can I email? Like, what is your preference? How do you like to be reached out to? Do you like me to ask questions in a clump? Do you like me to ask them one at a time? Do you only work Monday to Friday? Get an idea of their schedule to make sure that it's compatible with yours. How much you cost? What's the coins talking about? So for many insurances, they will say they cover it all, but in reality, they don't because doulas can go up to $3,000, $4,000. So mine is covered 2/3, but I have to shell out 1/3 of that. So you want to double check. But there are a lot of resources out here where you can get free doula services, especially if you are someone, if you are a Black woman, if you are older, there are programs specifically geared towards us so that you can get free care. But you may find that lately they've been adding that to a lot of insurances, a lot of things for women, even IVF treatments, things are being added. Do your research ahead of time. Do you stay after the birth? That's a great question because what if they just boop, baby's out and I'm gone? So I know for mine, she stays for the first hour, make sure family's good, make sure I'm good. And then a month later, she comes by to check in, see how things are going, if there's anything she can help me with. So you just want to double check how soon can you get there and how long are you staying? If you find out, of course, you want to ask, and you can probably tell from their website, do you only do post? Prenatal, or are you full spectrum? Do you have resources for either or if you don't do both? So just making sure you understand how long they are contracted for before you agree. And if you're not okay with only having one or the other, see, I think I'm going to want a trainer postpartum versus a doula. So I started to research postpartum doulas and then I just gave it a rest. I was like, I'm going to need a few weeks to just rest anyway. People are going to be in and out, family. So I'll see when I get there if I really want a postpartum doula or a postpartum trainer. So get an idea of what kind of support team you want to have now. Are you more spiritual or science based? You may have a preference. You may not even know you have a preference, but that's important for you. What mood do you want to set when you're in the room? Do you want them to go more with, well, scientifically, this is what has been tested, this is what's proven, or let's go with what you're feeling, let's trust your intuition, or a bit of both? Get an idea of what their background is. My doula's background is in medicine, is in science. So I already knew that. But when I was reading from doulas that were more spiritual based, I just didn't honestly feel connected. Even though I'm a spiritual person, just with when it comes to this, I feel a little bit more science driven. And then the last question is, how hands-on are you in the delivery room? Are you right next to my side? Are you with my husband? Are you talking with him? Are you in the corner? Are you taking photos? Are you doing videos? If they say all of a sudden we need X, Y, and Z, are you going to be right there to help? Like, get an idea of what it's like in the room with them. Because if you have never been in a delivery room, which I never have, I'm sure that's an entirely different experience than what I imagine. So just ask them kind of like, what does that delivery day look like typically? Because I didn't even know you start labor at home. I watch too much TV. As soon as they start labor, they at the hospital. So you'll also be able to gain a lot of information from every doula you interview, but make sure you're not interviewing 15 doulas. Information overload, decision fatigue is a real thing. I say 3 to 4, especially if you already know your due date because their calendars are sometimes a year in advance. I had people that said, "Sorry, I can't do anybody in December," and I was asking in April. If this was helpful, let your girl know. Drop some comments. Again, drop the questions that you asked, questions that you wish you would have asked, questions that you think other people should ask, or if you've had a doula or a midwife, what has been your experience? Why do you encourage it? Maybe why do you discourage it? This is an open community. This is open conversation. There is no judgment here. But don't forget, like, comment, share, subscribe. You got to like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't make your girl beg. And don't forget, age does not determine your timeline. You do.